Namaskar and welcome back to another episode of Unlocking Stars with Abhishek, a series on Brihat Parashar Hora Shastra. Brihat Parashar Hora Shastra is one of the finest scripture available on Vedic astrology. We have been doing Marika planets in the previous episode. In continuation with that, today we will be discussing verse number 29 to 34, in which Maharishi Parashar has discussed how different planets, when they're present in third house, that is going to decide the type of the death. So, in order to have better insight into these verses, we have with us our astro expert, Abhishek. Welcome, Abhishek.
Thank you.
So, please enlighten us on these verses.
Thank you very much. This series like a tribute in the lotus feet of Mahaguru Mahasi Parasar by an effort on understanding this great divine scripture verse by verse basis is a real Gyan Yagya. And anyone who is participating in this Gyan Yagya, either on the screen as we are just discussing, or somebody watching, all of them are equally participating in this great Gyan Yagya. And this Yagya, this Gyan Yagya, will definitely bless everybody, every participants, no doubt about it. Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar in Marak Veda Adhyay, now he is entering into the realm where controversy arises among acharyas, real acharyas, I can't say, but the pseudo acharyas pretending who knows the subject, because Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar will talk about the type of death, place of death. So this sort of indication he is how death is happening, those things he is going to talk. He will go more further inside. So it's very hard to validate. That's why some acharyas are saying it's very hard to validate. So the validation is a problem. So how we can accept that one? But being a divine occult science, if you are really established into the Shastra, validation is not difficult at all. You can understand, because this Shastra is for real seeker. It got a divine flavor only. It's a spiritual thing, and any falades or understanding of the manifestation process of the events is wholly a spiritual phenomenon. It's not like this. So if you try to understand these verses at the gross level, then it's very hard to understand. It's very hard to validate these verses. That's why I'm reminding anyone who is participating in this Jnana Yagya, Sradhavan Lavte Jnanam. So you should have Sradha on Guru, Mahaguru, and Guru Upaya. So you have to just follow the Guru, what Guru is saying, what Guru is revealing, what Mahaguru is blessing, Matre, not only Matre, through Matre to us also. So now it's time to emerge into the Mahaguru Parasar Mahakathan related to these verses, these Marak planets. As you said, we are try to do today 29 to 34. So let's come. Let's bow down in the lotus feet of Jagat Guru, Adi Guru, Guru of the Guru, Sri Mahadev. Let's come. Pasunam patim papunasam paresam gajendra sekiritim vasanam varenyam जटाजूट मध्ये असुरन गांगवारिम महादेवमेकम अस्मरामि अस्मरारिम. Jai Gurudev. Har Har Mahadev. Har Har Mahadev. After paying our respectful prayer in the lotus feet of Sri Mahadev, Now we are ready to enter into Mahaguru Parasar Mahakathan related to these verses. He is revealing the Marak significations, Marak related significations of third houses. So third house is on focus through these verses. If certain planets posited in the third house, then what can happen? Mahaguru is revealing first through these verses 29 and onwards. Let's immerse in the verse first. Let's come. Parasaruvacha Krimi Kustadina Tasya Maranam Bhavati Dhrubam Pritiye Buddha Sanyute Vichite Vapi Tenacha. So he's saying if that already Mahaguru Maharshi Parasar revealed the first line, Krimi Kushta Adi Tasya Maranam Bhavti Dhrubam, that is coming from the verse, previous verse, when moon and gulik is coming, then Krimi, insects, can kill the native, or Kust, leprosy, can kill the native. These verses are aligned like so. You have to go in a further line also if you want to understand the Buddha, Mercury. Jorena maranam tasye vigeyam dvijuttamam. So Mercury is connected with a severe fever, typhoid. That can be region, that can be cause of death. Subject to the lifespan finishes, the ending of the lifespan, and the dasa antarsa is coming up. Then if Buddha, Mercury, is sanyukte, posited there, placed there, vichite, or aspect is there in the third house, so that can happen. Buddha is connected with a severe fever as far as death is concerned. And Mahaguru is then going further for Gurudev. So each planet got all the three gunas, characteristics. They can create, give the blessings. They can maintain, give the blessings. They can destroy also. I will not say that's a curse. That's also blessings. Because every end is a beginning. That's why Mahakal, Mahadev is a Pralayankar. He is destroying, because if he destroys, then creation will happen again. So he is blessing actually. That is Anugraha only. Let's come for Gurudev. Tritiye Guruna Yukte Driste Sofa Dina Mritihi Tritiye Brigu Yugdriste Rogena Tanmritihi Bahukhet Yute Tasmin Bahurog Bhava Mritihi. One line dedicated. So Gurudev is coming in Tritiya, third house. Anyhow, through the aspect, that effect is coming, or he is posited there. If that is happening, Gurudev, the swelling, the characteristic of the Guru, the increasing, the breathing. He's giving cancer also sometimes. So swelling or tumor or even jaundice also. So that can be the cause if Guru is there. And if Bhrigu is there, Venus is there, then he is giving problem like a kidney problem, urinary troubles he can give. So this type of problem he can give. That can be cause of death if Venus is there. And if many planets are there, so many planets are there, So various regions, various diseases can happen, and that can be cause of death. So these are the indication, death, type of deaths, cause of deaths, if if these planets are posited or having aspect on third house. So that is the revelation from Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar till verse 31st. Hope it's clear now for you. Anything you want to ask?
No, nothing in specific, but just that when suppose if a third house has no planet and there are so many planets present in the ninth house, then also whatever planets are there in the ninth house, the similar kind of effect will be seen because
Yes,
that will be affecting the
because
third
drishti,
house.
yeah, it's aspecting, that's a full aspect is there, and every planet, irrespective of who is the planet, every planet got the 180-degree. That's the seventh aspect. So every planet is looking in front. So if so many planets in the ninth
And
house,
so many planets, then you can't pinpoint one particular thing. So
yeah,
then
so
it,
that's why,
multiple reasons could be there in that case.
yeah, bahu khete yute tasmin bahu rog bhava smriti. But when you enter into this thing, then you need to understand the graha bal in that case, which is the more powerful, that is giving more effect, which is more effective. And then you have to align those aesthetic thing of that chart with the dasa also, which planet is very effective. Then you have to add up the transit thing also. So then that reflection will come up. Then that reflection will come. Slowly, you apply the Parashari principles, then things will come up. These are the indications, abstract Parashari classical principles, but that is the lead for the medical astrology. Go and do research, then more things will reveal. Now Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar is going further. He is going further through the verse 32, and he will reveal the place of death. So place of death can be indicated from the third house. Let's immerse in this verse. So how third house is giving us so many indication about even about death also, although it has many other significations we already know. So let's immerse in this verse first. तृतीये च शुभैर्युक्ते शुभदे से मृतिर्भवे पापैश्च कीटके देशे मिश्रैर्मिश्रस्थले मृतिः. It's there are a lot of interpretations about the Subhadesi, but no doubt about it, any tirth, any pilgrimage, any shrine that is declared as a Subhadesi, that is a sub place. So if benefic planet is posited over there, if benefic planet is there, then death might be at the auspicious place, like pilgrimage, tirthasthan, like shrine. And if malefic planet is there, then that can be at the sinful places. Kitake desi. And if both type of malefic and benefic mixed planet is over there, then it can be anywhere. So This is a revelation by Mahaguru Maharshi Parashar. It's very difficult to comment, but very easy to understand because he is invoking the beneficence of the benefic planets. They are blessing very good death to the native in this case. And then next, the 33 verse is very very difficult to accept sometimes by the so-called rational people, because he is talking about the nature of death. So it's a conscious death or unconscious death. Only native knows how he is dying, but not native will be no more to validate this verse because he died already. So that's why these are the these verses. I'm not saying it's against the Pratyek Shastra status of this great divine scripture, but it's very hard to accept by so-called rationals. But the people who are coming from the parampara, they can easily accept these things. So let's immerse in the verse. Tritiye Guru Sukrabhyam Yukte Jnanena Vaimritaha Ajnanenanyaketaischa Mritere Geyadhyuttamam. The enlightened soul, they are taking samadhi. That is the they are just transmigrating to different realm from this body to other plane of existence. So their consciousness, they are very conscious at that time. That is a type of conscious death. An unconscious native doesn't know what is happening, he died. A lot of research paper case studies available in the academics archives and on internet also, near death experiences. So how people are experiencing, they died but they don't know they died. So that is the Ajnana Purna death. So Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara is saying, if Jupiter or Venus, Guru or Shukra, Jupiter or Venus is in third house, then this is a death, conscious death. And with others, except Jupiter and Venus, is unconscious death. So for conscious death, the percentage is very low. Here the celestial combinations, what he is giving, the percentage is very low. You need only Shukra or Guru in that case. I don't think you have any questions, because what Mahaguru is
I was
talking.
just wondering that this combination, I was thinking about this combination while you were telling about, narrating about this, that in conscious condition, it is presence of Venus and Jupiter in the third house. And
Depends of Venus or Jupiter. Both can
or
work.
Jupiter,
Yes.
both together should be there, or
No,
is
one can also work.
Acha, even one will also do.
Yeah, even one can work.
But it has to be
You
alone, not with any.
You need one guru. So either Datya Guru or Dev Guru, but you need a guru
For the conscious death
for a conscious death
in the third house.
in the
Okay.
third house.
But along with, suppose Jupiter is there, but there are other planets also, then it will not be considered.
No, so it depends. It depends how effective, how strong Jupiter is. Because the so how much conscious is there at that time. So that intensity will put in proportion to the condition of the third house in that case.
So if there are other planets also, then also this condition is fulfilled.
But
that
depends that is in proportion to the bulk of the Jupiter or Venus.
So if it happens to be this comes to my mind, if it happens to be, say, debilitated, in that case,
That that is also a case. That is also a case. Debilitated Jupiter is not a Ashub planet. He is Jupiter. He is in a inimical sign, or he is debilitated, but he is Jupiter. That will affect some other significations, like how he is dying and other significations. But he is the sub. He will be always sub. These are not the only combinations. There are some other combinations also. But here in Marak Veda Adhyaya, Mahaguru Maharshi Parashara is talking about these. He is revealing these combinations. There are so many paths. So even you go to the celestial, we are talking about just one Brahman, but we know in our parampara, we do believe in the so many multiverse and so many bhuvans are there. And now quantum mechanics is also coming, and they are finding the ways like wormholes. You can do the travel from one universe to others, and then others to others, like that. So if anyone who is completely really connected with his Ishta Devata, so Ishta Devata definitely has, I'm talking about in a Dvaita system, in duality, so higher consciousness than the native. So he knows a lot of ways how to bypass things, and he can certainly help the native. But celestial combination in this one. That's why in longevity chapter, we invoke the Mansagari, and how Mansagari was saying you can increase your longevity also by good karmas, and decrease also by bad karmas. So celestial combination will not do always. You can challenge that one also, because there are other paths also to help you out. But these are the abstract classical Parashara principles. If native will do nothing, then this is the promise. And that promise is also for manifestation subject to dasa and transit. Promise is promise. If dasa is not coming, nothing will happen. If dasa is there, there is no promise, nothing will happen. So all three, promise, dasa, and transit, has to be aligned. Then manifestation of the event will occur. Then the Kal Chakra will move only. So it's a really very interesting verse, 33 verse, because it's very, very difficult to know either he the enlightened soul you are saying, but who knows? There are so many black sheep, so many fake babas are out there. They are dying in hospitals, and their devotees are making him a big celebrity, big saint, the enlightenment and something like that. Enlightenment is a business. It's a multi-billion-dollar business. So that's why this verse 23, nobody knows. But indication is coming from this Shastra. This Shastra is standing in front of whole world and giving the indication. If there is promise of conscious death or not, this Shastra is standing. This is the only Shastra that is standing in front of whole world, announcing these revelations. How bold, how courageous this Shastra is. Let's come one more interesting revelation. That's 34 is also very interesting. Place of death. It's a very interesting. So after nature of death, now he's talking about the place of death. Charara sautriti asthe parade mritir bhave स्थिरासौ स्वागेहे Chadui Swabhave Pati Dvija. He's saying, hey Dvij, hey Maitre, look at the third house. So you know the Rasi, type of the Rasis, movable sign, fixed sign, and dual sign. If movable sign is there, then the place of death. For movable sign, the place of death will be foreign land. For a fixed sign, place of death is own house. And for dual sign, it can be anything. It can be midway. It can be on the way. When Mahaguru Maharishi Parashar, whenever in Parashar Hora Shastra, he is talking about the foreign, he is talking about the place which is far away from the place of birth. And the definition is changing as Deskal Patra is changing. Nowadays, foreign is foreign, outside, other country. Before it was, if somebody living in Magad and somebody in South India, some of the Kanyakumari, that is also foreign. So these are the revelation. I don't think any questions can arise like why Mahaguru Maharishi Parashar said movable sign Pardes. Fixed sign, so he's giving more weightage to fixed sign. Fixed sign is a good one. So maybe, so Swagrihe, that is the best one. So he might be coming like that. He's giving good numbers, good points, good depth for fixed sign. And then movable. So movable sign is, the sign for wandering, sign for going outside and all. So that's why he is coming up. And dual is in the middle of that one. So astrologically, it's not very difficult to understand. Astrologically, it's very easy to understand how Guru Parashar is coming and what he's trying to teach, what mindset he is giving to us. That's very easy. But for research purpose, it's very hard to understand how these abstract wisdom he got. So definitely some divine intervention is here. Definitely he learned directly from Lord Shiva, and then he is out of compassion, out of love. He is revealing that one to Maitre. So that is the Guru Sishya Parampara in our system. And that's why our parampara, like it's an Indian system, is a system based on knowledge. That's why we were Jagat Guru before, and today also we are. So
But I
that
was just wondering in this case, in the last verse, when Maharishi Ji is talking about foreign land, so foreign land, not necessarily in the present context, if we say that one has to move from one continent to another continent. I think here it could be with reference to like if a place is far away from your native place,
yes.
that also can be considered as a foreign land.
No, that is foreign land. For in Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra, like foreign land is any place far away from the birthplace, where culture is different. You are living in Delhi in a different setup. You are going to Tamil Nadu, so totally
Then also it's a foreign
culture.
land.
That's a Tamil Des for you. So that's a foreign land for this case. This is the where culture is different. The cultural is different. That's a foreign land. So I hope it's a clear now. because these
Yes.
verses are like abstract principle, classical Parashara principles that are very helpful when you apply these one in the chart. And Rome was not built in a day, so slowly when you add up one verse, two verse, and you will equip yourself through these verses, through this Parashara wisdom, then Mahaguru Maharishi Parashara will bless for sure one day with the power, with the status, with the authority of Falkathan Adhikari. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. So, friends, that's all for today. If you have any queries, any feedback, any suggestions, you can always write to us in the comment section. So, we will be continuing with more verses on Maratha planet in the next episode. Thanks for listening to us. Thank you, Abhishek.
Thank you. Jai Gurudev. Har Har Mahadev.